Here is everything I learned directing my first music video. Last summer, I directed this music video. Here's a little preview.
My shirt that's too low, oh my skirt that's too high. You can't touch me, it's not yours, it's mine. So you think you had it when you walked up to me. Where'd you put your manners? Thought that it was easy. Trying to flaunt your money, it don't matter to me. Say you want my love, but baby, it ain't free. So you think it's for it, but did you think I asked for you?
Hi, if you don't know who I am, my name is Sydney and I am a freelance filmmaker and emerging director, and I'm sharing my journey online to give some more transparency to this whole industry. Music videos are honestly so much fun to make. I love music, I love the art that goes into them, I love performances, but sometimes they can be a little tricky, especially when most music videos out there don't have big budgets. Firstly, and most importantly, Julia is such a talented artist, so I've linked her Spotify in the description below, as well as the full music video that we're talking about today. Yeah, I learned so much directing this music video. Coming from a commercial and branded content background, music videos are honestly very different. And to be completely transparent, the final video wasn't super similar to the original concept that I started with. So let's dive into it. Number one, conceptualize within your budget. Originally, when I got asked to pitch for this music video, the producer came to me with a general concept of what they were looking for. So it was a very dance-heavy, performance-driven music video with their budget of $10,000. I did not produce this music video, so I can't go into details of where the money went. It is really important to know what you can do with that money. And I think both of us were just dreaming big, as creatives do. Originally, the artist wanted to shoot in multiple locations, all of which being, places that women feel most vulnerable. So gym, a bar, an office, an alleyway at night. My original treatment was actually very different than the concept we ended up going with. My original concept, I'll throw up the treatment here, was I pitched this idea of all of these dancers performing the song in a courtroom. I realize now this was also like above $10,000. We would have to rent a courtroom. Where would we do that? I did find a set nearby that had a made-up courtroom, which would be kind of cool, but again, budget really comes into play when doing these things, and honestly, it worked out really well that we were able to get that office because it still has the same message. Number two, keep your shot list small. When you have too many shots planned for one day, everything is rushed, and then you're gonna exhaust yourself, your artist, your crew. It's better to have a short, small list and be able to spend time and make those images quality. For this, we had planned over 30 shots, which is insane. I've heard, and I agree with this, is keep your shot list 20 shots and below. I think I was more so overwhelmed by the fact that it's a 4-minute song and I have to fill up 4 minutes with one day. You can make a music video really interesting with 10 shots if you do them really well. While we're on the topic of shot lists, make sure you have a master shot. So a master shot is essentially filming the artist performing or lip singing from start to end of the song. So you have something you can always cut back to in case some of your shots don't work out. And thank God we did this because we did end up using it quite a bit and it saved the music video, I'd say. Music videos are not commercials, they're not branded docs, they're not corporate videos. There's no client per se. Typically, when you're doing commercials, there's a client and they have a general idea of what they want, but they're hiring you because you're the professional. But with music videos, it's a lot more artistic. If you think about it, there is someone who has developed the song, maybe spent years on the song, maybe it means a ton to them. There's a whole story and vision they have behind it, and they're coming to you and trusting you with their creative project. That's huge. It's not something you're taking and then, sometimes some artists might go, I don't know what to do with it, take it away. But a lot of the times I think artists have a vision for it and they need you to help guide them in terms of filmmaking. But it's such a collaborative process. Like, you really need to get to know the artist, you need to get to know the song, you know, what's the meaning behind the song, where did it come from, get to know their story, and that's how you can create a really good music video. Make sure you communicate on everything. I mean, this goes for any project, but small details can easily be slipped through the cracks. In this case, this was my first time working with dancers and a choreographer, and I didn't think about the fact that the choreographer was also a dancer and she was in the video, and so there was no one being able to watch behind the monitor with me who has the dance knowledge and who could point out little things that I may not notice when I'm focusing on framing, shot movement, how is the artist coming off, how is she performing. I'm not necessarily looking at like the exact hand movement of things, and it would have been super helpful to have the choreographer with me, but again, small budget, you work with what you got, and she killed it, so we do our best. All in all, I do love this music video. It was such a journey. I was doing pre-production on this for quite a while before we shot, and I was also working remotely up until a few days before the shoot, so it was definitely a learning experience. To wrap it all up, make sure you conceptualize within the budget. I know we all want to dream big, but if you stick within that budget, you're gonna go a lot further. Number 2, make sure you keep your shot list small. And number 3, communicate and collaborate on everything. Music videos are a very artistic process. It's not a client, it's not another corporate video. You have to treat it very differently, and then you will get the best results. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.